according to Human Rights Watch, there is substantial evidence that Russian mercenaries fighting in the Central African Republic have killed, tortured, and beaten people since 2019. Witnesses reported a variety of atrocities to the New York-based rights organization. In July of last year, Russian-speaking troops believed to be from the Wagner Group beat and then shot dead at least 12 unarmed individuals at a roadblock near the town of Bosongwa. They buried most of the dead in a shallow hole near the road. It also documented claims of arbitrary detentions, torture, and summary executions of males who were arbitrarily detained in the central town of Alindao in June of last year. UN experts have also accused Russian mercenaries from the Wagner Group of systematic and egregious human rights abuses. However, the Central African Republic's government has denied hiring mercenaries to battle rebels. Well, joining me to discuss this issue is international affairs analyst Dabre. Guillaume, Dabre, thanks for your time. This is not the first time we're getting this sort of report, but here we are again with another one. What do you make of this?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thanks again for having me. And this is a very hot topic that we are discussing. And my first impression is that the facts might be there, but we are also in a context of a kind of great power competition. We have the West and Russia on the side there, because the groups that are being that we're talking about here is Wagner, which is a Russian private military group with suspected links with the government. So I see it as something that we need to take with a certain care and a certain diplomacy. So if the facts are there, of course, they should be punished. But we need more data to be able to talk clearly about this.
As we wait to find more data to actually, debunk or affirm this, the Central African Republic has witnessed these sorts of rights abuses for many years. Is there no end in sight?
Definitely. The governments, if the Central Republican government has found evidence on that, I think it's their duty to first act on it. It's really hard for other powers to come and act. We are seeing this today in the media. It's becoming the news because the Western media are talking about it. The United Nations and all other organizations are talking about it. So the African governments should start talking about their matters locally and solving them locally. I think there is a way to do that. If this group is there, it's because the government allowed it. So I think the solution has to come from within, not from outside.
We'll come back to the reports, which have always been dismissed by those mentioned. Is there an action that can be taken against such groups?
Yes, there can be actions, and these actions have to be taken within the limits of the type of contracts that links this group to the government. I think that's where the problem is. It's not that the actions cannot be taken. They can be taken. But under what condition? What kind of contract do they have there? How did they arrive there? And what is expected from them? So I think that's where we're waiting for the government. So the report, yes, it's showing fact, it's presenting it, it's a newspaper. So when we see it, we feel like, okay, something has to be done, but who has to do the thing? And how? This is really a tough question because having a private military group in a country is quite complex, diplomatically speaking. So, as I said, it's the government that has to come up with some workable solution within the limits of their deal with this group.
Guillaume, Dabre, many thanks for your time.
Thank you.